So a little bit over a week ago, we discussed on this channel why I thought Ethereum was going to do well. And since then, Ethereum's actually been taking off pretty well. And right now, it looks like we're closing in on a potential $2,000 price target. So overall, the markets are looking pretty good on a day like this. So in this video, we'll be talking about Sam Bankman-Fried's relationship with Voyager. And of course, we'll be going over some of the major headlines in the news and why one of the most popular Shark Tank investors are now being sued for promoting a crypto Ponzi scheme. If you guys do appreciate these daily market updates, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. All right, so today we saw Wall Street opening up with a pretty strong morning with the S&P 500 up about 1.06%, the Dow Jones up about 2.5%, NASDAQ, which was up about 1%. It seems like right now, a lot of the major stock indexes are still riding the momentum from the CPI report that we had yesterday. When it comes to the global crypto market cap, we are seeing a slight increase. We're sitting at $1.15 trillion. And taking a look at the crypto fear and greed index, we're sitting at a 41 today, which is really, really close to neutral levels. Now, Bitcoin's still a bit above the $24,000 level, up about 2% for the day and up about 7% in the last 7 days. A lot of investors are now moving towards starting their dollar cost averaging points and realizing maybe the bottom really was in. And it seems like every day we're getting confirmation of that while the markets have been continuing to grow. So it's worth noting that today Bitcoin was able to break past a critical resistance level. Now what Bitcoin needs to do is retest this level, hold it before it can start trading in between the range of 25,000 and even the $30,000 level. Now, as of 10 a.m. earlier this morning, the price was as high as $24,900, but it couldn't hit the $25,000 level, but it was very close. Keep in mind, $25,000 is going to be a very strong psychological resistance level for Bitcoin. And if we are able to hit that, this is going to be a 2-month high for Bitcoin and a strong indicator that will soon be in a higher trading range or in the near future. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart, Bitcoin is now trading above all relevant EMAs, and the RSI is still very close to overbought levels, currently at a 67. Now on the weekly chart, this is important because Bitcoin is about $1,500 above the 200 MA, and if the bullish momentum carries throughout the weekend, we will close out a very strong green candle, and that will put us in a really good spot for at least starting the end of this week to going into next week. I think I said gooing. That's the code word for today. Just type in gooing down below, guys. All right, ladies and gents, so something I wanted to talk about was Ethereum. The last time I made a dedicated video on this channel discussing Ethereum, it's been up a significant amount. So even back then, we saw it rallying from the bottom lows. It was coming out of the $900 range. It was moving up out of there, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300. I mean, we've been seeing Ethereum continuing to rally. And if we actually pull up the charts on this just real quick and notice that in the last 1 month, it's been pretty strong. This right here has been healthy accumulation happening within this asset, and the $2,000 level is going to be a very, very strong resistance level. But if we're able to hit it, I do think Ethereum could have another strong rally, especially with the fact that the testnet merge right now is entering its final stages. And this is huge news for the entire crypto markets. Details with this involve Ethereum preparing for the much anticipated merge after Gorilla, which is the network's third and final testnet. And this is now successfully switched over from a proof of stake consensus algorithm last night, and the expected date to formally merge with the actual beacon chain is next month on the date of September 19th. So that news right there is one of the reasons why it sent Ethereum up about 4.5% in the past 24 hours and back over the $1,900 level. Now, most recently, Vitalik Buterin, one of the co-founders of Ethereum, also mentioned in a conference that he says the future gas fees after the merge could be as low as $0.002 or about less than a penny. So I would say the peak of Ethereum's previous gas fees when it hit that all-time high was when the NFT release from the Bored Ape Yacht Club and the Mutant Ape Yacht Club came out involving their latest game. And believe it or not, I spent about $6,000 in Ethereum gas fees, not even on any NFT. Just for you to buy the NFT, it was crazy. There were some people who spent even more money on gas fees at that time, and it was just so unsustainable. And it was during those moments where I realized Ethereum is great. There's so much use case, there's so much utility, but when you're paying gas fees as high as that, it was hard to see the scalability of that. But even right now, if we're talking about the merge and seeing where gas fees can get cut on a tremendous level, I'm a strong believer that even with just a simple fix like this is something that can bring huge, tremendous value for this crypto asset. Now, while while Ethereum continues to rally, I do think there's a potential it could go up even higher than this, just because it's going to attract a lot of those newer investors who may not really understand what this whole upgrade is all about, how it's going to solve a lot of the gas fee issues, or how it can also bring a lot more longevity to this project. A lot of people are just going to keep buying in. There are a lot of people who have still been holding these bags, I myself included, and just seeing it go up, I think there is a lot of potential in between for you to make a profit. So some of the big things to be doing right now, or to at least be looking out for, is to make sure that you are ready for anything by having your bags in place. Now, this doesn't mean you have to have huge amounts of money in Ethereum right now. It could mean that you have some of the NFT projects, you're bullish on some of the other DeFi protocols that use Ethereum, or even looking at some of these other projects that are these top altcoins that are looking to work together with Ethereum for long-term potential. And that even includes things like Polygon Matic, where you'll be able to see interoperability or this collaborations of different projects that are just going to boom up, especially if we have the next crypto bull run. Now, that being said, there still have been a ton of other winners. Celsius is up about 100% in the last 7 days. We have Anchor up 53% in the last week. Near Protocol up about 34%. And it looks like we're seeing a bit of recovery happening all across the altcoin markets. Pulling aside just Chainlink as an example, taking a look at the last 1 month, very similar trends that we have right here. So with all these altcoins riding up, you have to realize that right now we're going through something called altcoin season, where we're seeing a lot of the money going into Bitcoin, but at the same time, we're seeing tremendous amount of gains happening within many of the altcoins. And usually this isn't pushing all the way to the red like this. We've normally seen it, somewhere in the middle range, or, we were in a Bitcoin season previously in the months before, but right now we are definitely starting to see altcoin season stirring up. Now, with regards to some other major headlines happening within the markets, Coinbase also said just recently it is now being probed over its staking programs, which allowed users to earn rewards for holding specific cryptocurrencies by the SEC. Now, it just seems like Coinbase has been getting a lot of the short end of the stick, where, first they had issues with inside trading. They've been in the news all around. Their stock hasn't been performing well. They had Cathie Wood, who sold off a lot of her shares. And now we have the SEC coming in, probing once again. Now, I'm not sure why Coinbase has been targeted so much by a lot of our government entities, but, I think we're seeing just one side of the story here. Hopefully, this does lead to better regulation, or at least some type of good news for us investors. On top of that, Voyager digital bankruptcy court proceedings and financial documents right now are showing a complex relationship between the company and Sam Bankman-Fried's crypto firm Alameda Research. Sam Bankman-Fried's Alameda had borrowed around $300 million from Voyager, but newly released documents show that Alameda had a total loan of about $1.6 billion. So what happened is, when 3AC defaulted on the $654 million it owed to Voyager, Alameda stepped in with a bailout offer, something we covered on this channel, and Sam Bankman-Fried became a majority stakeholder in Voyager through 2 equity investments from Alameda. So if you're asking yourself, well, what went wrong? Keep in mind, Voyager is actually a Canadian public company, and as a holder of at least 10% of Voyager's equity, Alameda was required to file disclosures with the Canadian securities regulator. So what Sam Bankman-Fried did was drop his ownership to 9% and sold off $4.5 million in the company shares. And about 9 days later, Voyager froze customer withdrawals. So right now what we're seeing is there's things happening behind the scene. There are other exchanges involved. There are some big key players, and only time will tell exactly how this is going to pan out. Now, on the topic of Voyager, it looks like Mark Cuban, one of the famous entrepreneurs in the United States, also on the popular show Shark Tank, is now being sued by a random law firm in South Florida for potentially reaching out to customers, or, promoting Voyager and getting people to put their money on that deceptive platform. I'm not sure how far this lawsuit is going to go, just because right now it seems like they're trying to just get a quick buck from someone who does have a presence on the TV side of things. But if Cuban is found to be guilty of these accusations, it could be interesting to see how far it could go with other celebrities in the news. This lawsuit here is stating that Cuban was promoting a Ponzi scheme, and he continued to hype Voyager despite knowing that it was a Ponzi scheme. And I think with a story like this, it's going to be a little bit hard to prove, but during these times, we're definitely going to be seeing more stories like this coming up. Now, guys, that is going to be today's market update. If you guys did find any type of new value in this, or just want to throw a like on this video just because you're feeling generous, drop me a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out the links down below in the description. Check out Binance if you you haven't done so already. They're the largest cryptocurrency trading platform in the world with intermediate to advanced level traders. And with Binance, you can also find yourself earning up to $600 using my link down below. I have the US version and the regular Binance, which is going to be the $600 offer. But if you're from the US, you still do get a discount on your trading fees with that special link down below. Now, ladies and gents, thank you all so much again for watching. And until next time, peace out.